Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Copper Nickel, for having the contest. And thank you to everyone at Milkweed Editions for producing this beautiful book, Black Observatory. This first poem is called A Welsh Scythe, as in the country of Wales and the farming implement. And this phrase just popped into my head one day, and I was like, okay, that's a title, but I don't know what I do with that, but this is what came out. A Welsh scythe, excuse me. A Welsh scythe is better than a Swiss lathe or a Scotch spade. I wouldn't think of using a Norwegian adze or an Austrian sledge unless it was clear that a Welsh scythe was not available. Once I employed a Belgian T-square, which is enlightening, though the results were less than impressive. The Greek panel saw loaned to me by a neighbor was hardly worth my time, but in his garage I spotted a Slovenian radius trowel, and that helped me out in ways I could not have predicted. Avoid Polish jackhammers and Finnish gimlets. These items are not only dangerous, they're addictive and rude. The French chisel is a charming device. If the Welsh scythe did not exist, this tool would be worth considering, but it does exist. Therefore, I advise you to fling the French chisel into the Seine next chance. Yesterday, a man was bludgeoned with a Serbian mallet, but I guess that is not so surprising. A famous sonnet was once written about the Portuguese linoleum knife. Still, the poet was third-rate, and he hanged himself with the garter of his former mistress. Spanish forceps, I acknowledge their originality and verve. They could easily seduce a naive journeyman. I, however, remain unconvinced by the Italian whipsaw, the Hungarian bench plane, the Danish spike bit, and the Russian boilermaker's hammer. In the 17th century, a brief skirmish was fought over the Swedish putty knife. But that is, at best, a footnote in a forgotten history book, glazed with dust in a blind machinist's basement. Much more significant was the appearance of the Bulgarian plowshare. Few now recall the scandal prompted by this apparatus, but I assure you, in its day it was radical. As for the English, what have they given us but the grease gun? And so, I, an Irishman, straddle this lonely heath, gripping my grub axe, dreaming of a scythe from Wales.